when you're looking at matchups, to me, there's two matchups, and it kind of goes the same way for both teams. And the winner of this game might be the winner of this matchup. Who has a better day against whom? Adrian Hutchinson against Colton McKivitz, or Bosa against Penei Sewell? Who's going to have the better day? And the answer to that question is maybe who goes to Las Vegas. You got two of the best players going after two right tackles who are kind of different, right? Sewell might be the best right tackle in football. I don't think McKivitz has been called that by anybody, not even Mrs. McKivitz, you know? So Hutchinson is a beast. He really is. And Kyle might need to have a little extra help against him. You know, you need to treat him. McKivitz might need a little help this week, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Kyle Juszczyk, you're going to be a red alert over on the right side.
And the ball's going to have to come out fast, you know. I think they did a decent job this week of pass protection. I mean, the nice thing about going against Detroit is you know where Aiden Hutchinson is. I mean, you can slide your line over towards him, and throw an extra body his way. I don't think Josh Paschal, the former Kentucky defensive end, is anything close to Hutchinson. I like Aleem McNeil, but I mean, I think Hutchinson. I mean, this is why I think Detroit could be a year ahead of their time here. Is that on all three levels of their defense, they've got some great players, but also they've got some just okay players. Anzalone's a little beat up right now at linebacker. Their defensive line outside of Hutchinson is not spectacular. Their corners are not spectacular. So, I mean, there's the Niners should be able to have success offensively in this game. And then it's going to be about, can you get a hand in Goff's face? Can you interrupt his rhythm? Can you get in the passing lanes? I mean, you know who you got to handle here. You got to slide your line towards Hutchinson on offense. And on defense, you have to try to take away Amon-Ra. You've got to try to get between Goff and Amon-Ra. You got to cover Gibbs out of the backfield. You got to cover Laporta, and you got to gang tackle Montgomery. He's a 225-pound back with power.
And don't do the thing that lets the Lions do the thing that they don't do very often. Do not let Jared Goff go over the top on you. Don't lose anybody behind you. I mean, that is the mandate of this entire secondary. Keep it all in front of you. And the Lions will let you keep it all in front of you because they just don't throw the deep. The raw data of the matchup, and you already kind of alluded to this, Larry, the 49ers have given up the deep ball, I think too often throughout the year. The Lions throw the fewest deep balls in the NFL. So they're not looking to stretch the field on you. They're really not. You want to say Jared Goff is dink and dunk? Maybe there's an argument there, right? I mean, they just don't stretch the field with deep downfield shots, which means in order to catch the 49ers off guard, you know that they're going to play against their own tendencies. You know that they're dialing up, flea flickers, like whatever it takes. And a flea flicker might really hurt the Niners because you're biting so hard on these runs. The Lions are a classic example of a run-heavy team. You can expect huge doses of that, and it remains a vulnerable attack point against the 49ers. So, again, Dan Campbell's coming to run the ball 35, 40 times. Make no mistakes. And I don't think that they're going to abandon the run because they really don't have a plan B to make up for, all right, well, we're down. We're down 2 scores. Jared's got to get it cooking. He's got to start attacking downfield. They don't do that. They don't.
Well, you got to be able to sack Jared Goff too. I mean, if you look at his game log for the year, they lost to the Bears. The Bears had 4 sacks. They lost to the Ravens. The Ravens had 5 sacks. They lost to Seattle. Seattle had multiple sacks. So I mean, when they lost this year, Goff got sacked. So I mean, you're gonna have to sack the quarterback, and Goff will throw picks. He threw 2 against Dallas. He threw 2 against Chicago. He threw 3 against Chicago in the first matchup. You know, he threw 12 picks this year. He'll throw you some picks. It's not like he doesn't throw any. But you got to hit him. You got to hit him, and he's not mobile, so you know where he's going to be. But he's got a really good arm, and he's in lockstep with his number 1 receiver.